Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Trash, the safe place to cleanse your mind, body, and soul of all that trash you consume this week so you can consume some more tomorrow. I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I have sitting next to me probably one of the most natural, beautiful people I've ever seen in my entire life, MADA GRAVIET.
Hi. You're so
welcome. Welcome to Weekly Trash. How are you?
So excited to be here. I'm great.
I'm so excited you're here. I still can't believe you are here because you said you've never done a podcast before and you decided you'd come on mine. Like,
first timer.
Literally want to cry. Thank you.
If I see the word podcast in a DM, I'm like, oh, I'm good. Thanks.
No.
I saw your face for some reason and I was like, yeah, we'd get along just fine. I'll do it. Didn't even think about it.
That makes me
So
feel so good. Thank you.
And it's so chill now that I'm here. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
It's so chill. We get cozy. We get comfy.
So cozy.
And we're going to do Dumpster Deep Dive on you. Today's Dumpster Deep Dive is sponsored by Dreamland Baby. None of my babies have been the best sleepers. With my first baby, Bentley, I literally tried everything. And my best friend recommended a Dreamland Baby's weighted sleep sack. So out of pure desperation, I ordered it. And I can honestly say out of all the sleep sack swaddles I have tried, Dreamland Baby helped my baby the most and gave me the most sleep. So I was so excited when they gave me a code because I have been using that same weighted sleep sack for all three of my babies. So it has been through the ringer between spit up, blowouts, multiple wash cycles. It is still kicking and I still use it. So I'm so excited to add another one to the rotation. I ordered their Dream Weighted Transition swaddle since Banks is about ready to be out of a swaddle. I'm super excited because back when I ordered my first Dreamland weighted swaddle back in 2019, the transition swaddle wasn't even a thing. So I cannot wait to try it. Their gentle, evenly distributed weight in their sleep sacks and blankets naturally reduce stress and improve relaxation through deep touch stimulation. As a result, your little one will fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer, which means us mamas and daddies can stay asleep longer. So if you're like me and desperate for a good night's sleep, go to dreamlandbabyco.com, dreamlandbabyco.com, and use code weeklytrash for an exclusive 15% off your order. Because you're kind of private, but not private.
Yeah.
Like you're all over social media, but no one really knows MADA. But we know MADA. But do we know MADA?
I know. I forget that. It's so weird because I'm myself. I know what it's just.
Yeah.
You think you show so much and people think they know so much, and then I'm like, oh wait, I don't actually tell you guys anything. Sorry.
You actually have
I probably should tell you guys
anything.
more.
No. If you've gotten this far doing what you're doing, keep doing
That's
it.
kind of what I tell myself. I'm like, you know what? It's
you
working.
don't need to show more.
And people feel like, I genuinely feel like the girls I meet,
the
people I meet, they feel connected and I feel connected to them, and I don't have to tell them my deepest, darkest secrets to achieve that. So
exactly.
Just keep rolling with
Which
it.
that's not common because on a lot of like the big TikTokers, they're showing every little detail of their life, which A, is exhausting because they have to constantly be filming and I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
And then B, everyone knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and I can't do that.
Yeah. Which I feel like I share a lot on the podcast, but also I feel like people who listen to a full podcast, they must like me at least a little bit, because who's going to listen to 2 hours of listening to me talk if they don't like me even a little bit?
Exactly.
And so they're not going to like judge me and like critique me. But on TikTok, haters love to watch a 30-second clip and just tear you apart.
TikTok is scary. TikTok is so scary.
It's so scary. So
much.
we need to figure out how you got there. So we're going to do the dumpster deep dive.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can rewind
Are you ready? MADA, where are you from?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Born and raised.
What brought you to Utah?
It was like the typical, I grew up Mormon.
Okay.
I'm
so you were Mormon. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was. I grew up Mormon, and that is just, I don't know, probably most of your listeners by now know that whatever. But yeah, if you're Mormon,
you come to Utah.
Utah is where it's at when you go to college.
Did you go to BYU?
Oh no, I had no interest.
Okay.
I didn't ever apply. I like to state on the record, I went to UVU by choice. I did not get rejected.
You didn't get declined. No, that's really how it
I simply didn't apply.
You didn't want to go to BYU, Idaho?
Oh, not even a little bit.
That wasn't even on the radar?
Not remotely.
I would die.
Yeah. I've been to Rexburg once. I was so satisfied.
Did you do?
All love for Rexburg.
But
yeah, that was good. Yeah. But I would come here growing up. Like I had aunts and uncles out here, and so we would always come visit over the summer. And I was just like, yeah, I'll go to Utah for school. it wasn't like my blood doesn't run blue. It wasn't like go
Right,
Cougs.
right,
It was
right.
just like I'm gonna just go there because
right.
I love it. Like
Yeah.
I love Utah with my whole
In
heart.
Virginia, is there a lot? I don't feel like there's a lot of Mormons in Virginia.
There's not a ton. Like my high school, there was like in my grade, there's probably like 3 of us in
Yeah.
probably like less than 10 at the whole school when I was there. So there's a couple of us there.
Yeah, that's nothing. Utah, it's everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. Which is so funny when I talk to people who aren't from Utah, because that's my first question when they say they're Mormon and they didn't grow up in Utah. It's like, how many of there were there?
Not a lot. Not
like,
a lot.
how far away was your church?
25 minutes.
Like, that's insane.
Yep.
That's insane.
20. Sorry, Mom, I'm lying. I'm being dramatic. It's only 20 minutes.
Did you go on the freeway to get to your church?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but
because whenever people tell me they
like,
went on the freeway to go to church, I'm like, and you went?
Yeah, I feel like in Virginia, if you're going on the freeway, are you from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I was born in Florida, but I'm basically a Utah bitch.
Yeah. Virginia, it's like you're not getting on the freeway unless you're on a road trip. I feel like for the most part.
Okay.
So yeah, church is like 25 minutes back roads.
And is your family big, small? How many siblings are we
Medium.
talking? Medium.
There's 4 of us. I'm the second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like older brother, older sister?
Older sister, she's married, 2 kids.
Okay, so you're an auntie.
Talk to them all day, every day.
And where do they live in Virginia?
They're in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, how I miss them. We talk. I FaceTime my sister like
how
5
far
times
apart
a day.
Are you guys?
Sophie, how old are you? She must be 2 years older than me.
And you're 24? Yeah.
I'm 25.
25. Okay.
That adds up. She is 27 or 28.
We're doing math.
I love you so much, Sophie, and I know how old you are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's her birthday?
July 31st. Yeah, that's her birthday.
It's like,
Harry Potter's birthday
what year?
Too. 1995. Yep. Happy birthday.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
so
my
she's
sister.
like my age. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Don't quiz me on the rest of them.
I won't.
I know them, but I can't.
But it's hard.
Under the pressure.
It's a lot of people.
But
I only have one sister and I can barely remember.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, older sister, Sophie, love her. And then it's my little brother, Russell. And then my little sister, Grace. That's all of us.
And it's a big happy family.
Big happy family,
and
quite literally.
How many of them are here? Just you?
Just my little sister. She's at BYU.
Sister. Okay, she's at BYU.
Yeah, go Cougs.
Okay. We love that for her.
We love it.
Bleed blue. Your family, though, your parents still are Virginia.
Yes, Virginia.
And you go back often?
I go back probably twice a year, but my mom's out here, all the time.
All the time? Just like
I can convince her for anything. I'm like, I'm getting carried away here.
No,
but last year, we were just talking earlier about my boob job.
Yes.
And I got the surgeries. I got the surgeries done separately.
Oh, because you did the lift and the implant.
Yeah, I did them separate. And so I was like, sorry, Mom, you got to come out here.
We gotta
hang out.
Help.
Yeah.
Well, you did because you have a freaking kid.
Yeah, but really just any excuse. She was just here last week. I love having her out here. So
That's
they come
the
a lot.
best.
But I go
That's
to Virginia usually always Christmas and then like one time during the spring, summer.
Gotcha.
Love it.
Yeah, we totally fast forwarded a little bit, but that's fine because, but I will want to go back to the boob job in a minute
put a
because,
pin in that
like I said, when you told me, I can't imagine you getting a boob job. Like you're just so natural, like perfectly perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, you had big titties. What?
They're under there somewhere. They're
under there somewhere. So you got your degree in criminal justice.
I did.
That is so cool. What made you want to do that?
My dad is kind of just like the type where he's like, we'll pay for your school. We just want you to get a degree.
Gotcha.
So I was just like, whatever is easiest and whatever is
that
most interest.
easiest?
Oh, it is so easy. If you hate your major right now and you're struggling, switch to criminal justice.
Really?
Is so. My senior year final for this drugs and crime class I was in, my final graduating was watch Pineapple Express and write a paper about it. That's all.
No, that sounds like the most badass degree ever.
Yeah, people are like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, it was so easy.
So what can you,
that's pretty much it.
With criminal justice, what can you do with that exactly? Can you be like a detective?
Yeah, a lot of my classmates were like cops that never got a degree.
Gotcha.
And so it's like me and a bunch of like 40-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
But I think like a lot of that work you can do without a degree. It's more just people wanting to
say they have a degree.
Yeah, zhuzh it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
if they get a raise if they have that degree.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. That's the thing. People ask me criminal justice stuff and I'm like, I don't know. I just did it and then I was done. I never thought about it ever again. Sorry. I just try to take like the easy way out.
Because like, could you go towards like law then? Like if you do
Yeah.
criminal justice, then
Yeah,
like
you
go
could.
and
That's
get
probably
your
like
law
a good
degree?
pre
Pre-law,
whatever. Yeah, all those
I don't
words.
know big words.
I'm not a big school gal.
I didn't go to college. Got a 1.9
Good for
in high
you.
school. So
See, that's I just
yeah, this is where we're at.
yeah, high school. It was just like I will not study and I'll get a B and I'm gonna be so like B
Okay,
student.
that's incredible though.
I just like try to just
I didn't study.
put
I got
zero
an F.
effort.
Oh, I put zero effort and I got an F. I literally failed.
I don't know. Thanks, mom and dad. I guess
So
they
you have a good
made that
brain.
possible. But
yeah, genetics.
yeah, so for college, it was just like, well, my dad's paying for it and wants me to do it, so I'll do it. And
So you'll
criminal
do it.
justice is easy and it's interesting. You get to watch all the criminal shows and
Yeah.
movies, and they like relate that to the classes. And some of it's boring, like the law stuff, awful, not interested at all.
Yeah,
but
reading.
yeah, I graduated the week I gave birth, so
Which-
got it done.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I have a bachelor's degree.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Go me.
So let's go back to you having a baby, because that's a
Yeah.
huge part of your life. You
Yeah.
got pregnant before marriage, MADA,
I know.
and
Tisk,
you
tisk.
were raised LDS, which
Uh-huh.
means you were having intercourse before marriage,
Oops.
which is slap on the wrist.
I know.
Not okay.
I know.
How dare you?
I'm the worst.
How did you
Happens.
meet your baby boy's daddy? How'd you meet your baby daddy?
I met him at, what was it? A picnic, little barbecue picnic
Okay.
function my friend was hosting. He was kind of like quiet boy in the corner by himself. And I just like loved
Baby
and I
daddy
knew,
was?
Mhm.
Okay.
And like I knew he was a skater. Like I'd seen him on Instagram and I just loved precisely. Unfortunately, that was just like my thing. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh,
That
mysterious.
looks like your vibe.
Well, yeah,
for
no, I
sure.
dress like
I'm
a
like,
skater
I
man.
want like a rich finance boy. That's my vibe.
I know,
I'm like,
I-
give me a
that's what I
big old
should've done.
diamond ring.
Yeah, he was just off by himself, and I knew he was a skater, and I was like, okay, mysterious boy in the corner not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just be brave and
Be
introduce
brave.
myself. So I introduced myself, and then I slid into his DMs and asked him out. And
Damn.
yeah, the rest was history.
The rest was history.
Until it wasn't.
how
Until history
long-
ended.
Until we closed the chapter
Yeah.
on that book
That's a great
and moved on. So how long did you date before you found out you were pregnant?
We started dating, let's see, it was June of 2019.
Okay.
And I found out, I took the test January 10th, 2020. So
June,
Everyone
July,
do the
August,
math.
September, October, November,
Josie's
December. That was like
doing the math.
8 months.
yeah, pretty
months.
good for Utah.
That's pretty, like, I'm surprised you guys weren't already married.
Precisely. I know. Exactly. We were not on the
Like, in the eyes of the
yeah.
Lord, you were basically married
no,
at that
for real.
point. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's a lot
We
of months.
were it was like not a Utah relationship. Like we didn't
Gotcha.
ever talk about marriage or anything. Like we were
Gotcha.
together all the time.
Were you guys active members when you met?
No.
No. So you'd already left at that
yeah,
point. Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, never officially was like announced. Oh, I've left.
Gotcha.
It was kind of like the first Sunday I got to college. I was like, oh, I guess I don't have to go.
No.
It wasn't
Yeah.
like a huge thing for me at all.
That's
it was,
how-
I was just
yeah.
a floater, and I was like, I go to church because my best friend's there and it's fun.
Yeah.
And I came to college.
like an
and I was
activity.
yeah, precisely.
It makes me
And I
take a
was
shower.
like, I've said precisely 100 times. I need to.
I love
do you?
precisely.
Okay.
I will now
Great
adapt
news.
that into my
Sorry,
brain, and it's
everyone.
a word I will say now.
But yeah, it was always very chill. So yeah, neither of us was going.
We're super
No.
active.
Mm-mm.
So you're having sex.
Mm-hmm.
You miss your period.
Yeah.
You miss your period.
Mm-hmm. Right before Christmas break. So, because we found
Okay.
out in January. So,
Okay.
right before Christmas, I go home to Virginia, and I like knew I was a little late. But here's the thing: I had taken a Plan B. There was only like one occurrence where I was like, "Oh, it was a little risky, that one."
Yeah.
So I took a Plan B.
Because you weren't on birth control or anything.
Mm-mm. Pull out skirt.
Pull out skirt.
It
okay.
worked for a while.
It did it.
Careful now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had taken a Plan B, and I was like traveling home, and I was kind of stressed about it. So I was like, it's probably just like late.
How soon
because
did
of
you
that.
take the Plan B after you had sex?
Maybe 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he was meant to be here.
Rotten liars on those packages. Like
Yeah.
72 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Rose was swift.
Your egg was fertilized.
Jiminy Christmas. Yeah. So I wasn't super stressed about it when I was home. I like was kind of aware of it in the back of my head.
Yeah.
There were a couple of moments, like we went and visited a friend's ranch when we were home, and it's like
Baby daddy, was he
No.
with you when you
no,
went home?
he
Okay.
wasn't. But it was like an hour and a half drive, and I was sitting in the back. I don't really get car sick, but I was kind of like, ooh, I don't feel
Yikes.
great. But I didn't overthink it at all. And then yeah, I come home from Christmas, still nothing. I Jacob, my ex-husband, they had like this beanbag at their house, and there were 3 times, like I remember them all so specifically. There was these 3 times where I stood up from the beanbag and I was like,
I don't feel good.
that doesn't feel fantastic. Like I just felt so dizzy, and I was like, must be malnourished. I don't know. But eventually I was like, I'll just take a test. It's no big deal.
Was he with you when you took it?
We were planning on it, but it was like in the morning we were talking about it, and then he was about to go to work. He worked at Sundance, so he was going to be there for like 10 hours. And I was like, I'll just go take it. It's not a big deal.
It's going to be negative.
It doesn't matter. Like I'll just do it when he gets back from work. I'm like, oh, sorry, I took it. And so I go to Walmart and I buy a pregnancy test. I run into my ex and I'm like, it's so good to see you.
I totally
gotta go.
saw this TikTok that you made about that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it wasn't like we were chill. Like we didn't date forever.
But you're like
we weren't long
literally
lost
holding
lovers,
a pregnancy
but
test.
I was like, so good to see you. Got a blast.
This
like,
is for my friends.
Yeah, no stress. And then I go home and I sit down and do the thing, and I just put it down, and it takes like a few minutes.
3 minutes.
So I'm like sitting on the toilet scrolling through pictures on my phone, and I'm like, if I am pregnant, like I'm just gonna look at pictures of like life before, and I'm just reminiscing. Yeah, I'm just reminiscing.
Remember the good old days.
Yeah, and so I'm looking, and I like get carried away. I probably was like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh gosh, I gotta look now.
Yeah.
It was so faint. It was like so faint, but I was like, I think it's there. I think I can. I think there's 2 lines. So yeah, I call my friend. She's actually my sister's sister-in-law, but we were all quite close.
So she was the first person to find out.
She was the first person to find out. And she was kind of one of the only people that knew I was sexually active, if you will.
Okay.
And so she always had kind of joked to me, like, if you ever get pregnant, like, you can tell me. So I text her. She doesn't answer. I call her again, and I text her again. She's a nail tech. Yeah, and so she was doing someone's nails. So she told me after the fact, she said, I got a text, call, text. I got to answer this really quick.
Yeah, that's code for I need you.
I call her and I said, Katie, it happened. And I'm like bawling. She's like sends her client home in the middle of getting their nails done. I come over, take 2 more tests just to be sure. Yeah. Also, she had the dollar store ones. They work just the same. Don't waste your money on these fancy electric ones. Just go to the dollar store.
Go to the dollar store ones. Good to know.
I took 2 more, and they were just like dark as could be. Line. I was like, oh gosh. Like, I didn't want to believe it until I saw the dark line.
Yeah. And somebody could be there to be a witness and be like, yeah, there's 2.
But then I was there for like probably 8 hours just sitting there with her and her husband. They were like, you're going to be great and all this stuff. And it was fine. I just waited till Jacob got off of work. And I'm like, sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. And then I realized that's the whole point of a podcast.
No, that is literally what this is. Are you and Jacob the same age? Was he older?
He's like not 6 months. He is like 6 days older than me.
Okay, so you guys are the same age.
And yeah, so he gets home from work. And
if you're watching on YouTube, we just cut something out.
Okay, sorry everyone. I have the giggles now. Anyway, he was like in the back of the house.
Gotcha.
And so I go back there, and you kind of have to like cut through one of his roommate's rooms to get there. So I go back there, and he's like, oh, should we like go get a test? And I was like, oh, I actually already did. And he's like, oh, how was it? And I just looked at him. I didn't say anything, and I just like shook my head no. And he's like, you're not pregnant? And I shook my head no again. I couldn't talk. I shook my head no again. He's like, so you are pregnant? And then I was like, shook my head yes. And right when I shook my head yes, his 3 roommates walked in, because we were all going to like the back porch. And so his 3 roommates walked in, and we just were like staring at each other. And so I was like, I'll meet you in your room. Like you hang out, and just like trying to act casual. But anyway, then yeah.
And right off the bat, you find out you're pregnant, and you knew you're keeping this baby.
Yeah, I kind of like, I think I considered the situation before, just because I didn't ever want to like talk to anyone and be like, can I get on birth control? So I like knew there was always a risk kind of. And so I didn't want to like manifest it and overthink that it was going to happen. But somehow, like I've told this to all my friends, like somehow I just always knew I was going to get pregnant before I was married. I just knew.
Was he your first sexually active partner?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, that's weird that you've always known, but like if you weren't having sex. So you had sex before and you never got pregnant.
See, I'm telling you, it worked for a while. So I felt pretty confident.
like, I'm getting through. This is going to be good.
No. So, yeah, I kind of knew, I always knew that if it happened, like I've always wanted to be a mom, and like, I'm lucky to have the family that I do that are just like, I always knew at the end of the day, they would love me no matter what. I would be fine. Baby would be taken care of if it wasn't a good situation, whatever. So it wasn't really a question for me at all. And so I was definitely spooked, but I was like, sweet.
Yeah, it's probably a lot to take right then and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a mom. My life's changed forever. Yeah. How'd you tell your parents?
So they actually, my mom came into town. So rewind really quick to that car ride that I was telling you about where I felt super sick. My older sister was in the back with me and she was feeling so sick. Come to find out, we were both pregnant and due 1 day apart. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. But she actually had a miscarriage. And so my mom came to town. And this was all before she knew I was pregnant. My mom came to town.
Did your sister know?
No. Okay. Nobody other than Jacob and his roommates. We kept it very hush hush. This was probably March.
Okay.
So a couple months after I found out.
You had known for a while.
I was just like, oh, just not tell anyone for a little bit. That's fine. Yeah. And so when she was coming, I knew she was coming into town, and I was gonna like write him a little letter. Like I wasn't about to call him. I was like, I'm gonna give them time to process. Yeah. But she came into town to like be with my sister, so she was there for a few days. And I kept debating. I was like, I don't want to like take this week away from my sister. Like this is what my mom is here for, and I want to be there for my sister and everything. But I was also like, my mom lives in Virginia and I have the opportunity to like talk to her in person about this, so I'm just gonna take it. So I think it was like 2 days before she left, we were all over at my sister's house. So it was my mom, my sister, her husband, me and Jacob, and we were about to start a show and I literally couldn't talk, so he did all the talking. But it was kind of like, we wanted
he did it. He
yeah, I was like,
that's
Jacob has something to tell you.
That's terrifying.
No, we were about to start the show, and he kind of just like, they could tell we were trying to tell them something, and literally neither of us could talk, so he just pulled the ultrasound out, and I was just weeping. And it was actually so cute because my sister immediately was like bawling, and she was like, we still get a baby. And so it was like really cute. And then I'm just gonna preface this with like, my parents are literally like my best friends, favorite people in the world, love them so much. And I like don't blame anyone for their reactions or whatever. Yeah. And my mom like didn't freak out at all, like wasn't rude ever, like very loving, very like kind, but they're Mormon. Yeah, disappointed. That word was used. But it's okay. Like it was just initial first reaction, but it wasn't at all like, she didn't try to make me feel bad. It was just her trying to process it because she didn't know obviously anything. And so
she's thinking you're getting married in the temple.
Precisely. Oh, shut up, MADA. So precisely. This is how I talk in real life, for the record.
And that is what it should be. So continue. Precisely.
So yeah, it was just like very emotional. And then my mom, I have so much beef with her about this. She would laugh, but like, she was like, okay, well, let's FaceTime dad. And so I'm like, I'm not going to FaceTime dad. He's in Virginia. Yeah. It's probably like 10:30 at night there. And so we FaceTime dad. He's like in bed, half asleep. And we're like, hi, I'm pregnant. And my dad literally, he just like stands there for a second. He's like, okay, I'll call you in the morning. Love you. And he just goes to bed. I was like, that's what I expected from my dad. So I would say overall it was like better than I anticipated. Nothing harsh at all. Just like a lot of tears, a lot of shock, a lot of processing. But they are Rez's #1 fans, and they're obsessed, and they're great.
As every grandparent is.
Yeah, so it's great.
Love that.
It was just interesting at first.
Did they pressure you to get married? Did you want to get married?
We did not want to get married, and same sort of thing here. Just like everyone was doing their best, and it was obviously it was like COVID had just dropped, and it was insane, and so like nobody had jobs, and like just stressful times for
Was
everyone.
his family giving the same attitude as your family?
A little, not as much, because like I don't know, I feel like if it was their daughter they would have more, you know. But they're both like, they're all Mormon, and so kind of same vibes, but everyone was still like very loving and supportive. The funniest thing was telling his little brothers, because they were like both in high school, and we told them, they were both just like, what? Can I go finish my game? They were like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's awesome. But no, everyone was very loving and supportive and stressed. Yeah.
And that's when the marriage topic came up.
And so it was more just like, you know, the Mormon just like, we want this baby to come into a family, and And so I would never say we were like forced to get married, obviously, but with neither of us working anymore because of COVID, we were like, how do we pay for this kid? Like,
Yeah.
that was our biggest thing. And it was kind of like, we'll all help you if you're married.
If you get married.
And so we were like, okay.
Did you
sounds
guys
good.
love each other?
We loved each other.
But you didn't want to get married.
Not anytime soon at all. And like we had expressed that, and like, so it's kind of an odd experience to like get married. And we were like, we came around to it and we were both like, okay, we're getting married. Cute, whatever.
Yeah, cute.
But it was never like, this is the best day of my life and this is my dream and we're getting married and it's so exciting and amazing and we're so in love. It's like, we're going to love each other and we're going to make this work because I guess this is what we're doing.
Gotcha. So definitely not like a storybook love story.
No, we got married at the courthouse with this man wearing a t-shirt. His name was Russ. And just like,
shout out Russ.
Yeah, for real. And like his 2 roommates that we needed for witnesses, just us.
Because how old were you? 20?
Let me do math. 21?
Yeah,
21. Yeah, I think I gave birth when I was 22.
Okay.
I can't do math, but I think that's right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah.
So yeah, you guys get married, and it looked like you were in California or something.
Yeah, so we got married, and I just wore like a random Free People dress, just like a little red dress.
Shout out
got
Free
married.
People.
Yeah, for real. Sponsor
MADA.
my wedding. This random Free People dress. It was cute, and then we got married. Went and got pizza after, like very low key, because nobody could like, even if we wanted to do a nice wedding, we couldn't. Nobody could like fly out. It was like
when it was still COVID.
It was like start of crazy times. No one was anywhere.
No one knew what was even going on. We all thought we were dying.
Yeah.
Like it was going to be like in the movies, apocalypse.
It practically was.
We're going to turn into zombies. So put on a mask and Lysol your groceries.
So that was our wedding. And so, yeah, we went to California probably like a week later and went and like took photos there. But I was like quite pregnant. I was like 6 months pregnant in the photos. And so like we sent out wedding invites, or not invites, but just like announcements. And like on my life, the only time I have ever used Facetune in my life, I'm like, okay, stomach, you don't exist. You're not 6 months pregnant. You're sending out this announcement.
So you weren't telling people?
No, I never announced it.
Gotcha.
No. And so I was like, I'm still gonna send this out because I want like a free toaster and everything, but like I don't.
Precisely.
I don't want to announce that I'm pregnant. I just wasn't interested. And so yeah, we sent him out, and I'm like, here's my skinny little waist. I'm not pregnant. It's perfect.
I'm snatched.
I'll have to show you pictures, but
I need to see it.
I was quite pregnant in them. And yeah, that was.
And you guys moved in together, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so we actually moved in together close to when I found out. I moved in with him and his roommates.
Gotcha.
So for the first 6 months of my pregnancy, I lived with 4 college boys, and it was actually not that insane. Like it was so, because of COVID, we were just hanging around.
Yeah.
It was hard because there was only one bathroom, and it was like the type of situation where the bathroom is pretty much in the living room.
Oh, nice.
And luckily I didn't get super sick, so I wasn't like inconveniencing them by like barfing all day. But still, you know, I got to pee all the time, and one of them is showering, and it's their house. I moved in, so I'm like, okay, this is perfect.
Sweet.
And then just being a college like house, everyone's making their own meals, so many different smells, you know, like when you're pregnant, every smell is just awful.
No.
So besides that, like those little inconveniences, it was actually quite fun, and like
it's like a big old family.
Yeah, I liked the idea of being pregnant and not
being alone.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it again. Yeah, like as far as I would live with all of them again. They were sweet, but like as far as the whole being pregnant on top of that, it's interesting.
Not great,
but it was fun. Like really good quality time with all of them, and now like I call them all uncles.
I was gonna say, are you guys still friends?
Yeah. And I talk to them pretty frequently, and like I'm just like, these are your uncles. So
yeah. So when did you guys move out? So you weren't like
when we got married. So like the day we got married, we were still living in the house. Like all of the boys came. Like that was pretty much our entourage. Like that was who we were with. And then when we went to California, we moved to St. George. Okay. And so we kind of like went to St. George and then went from there. His family lived there. Okay. And so we were like, oh, I'll be close to a family, like better than being close to none. So yeah, around being 6 months pregnant, I moved out of there and we moved in St. George.
So you gave birth to Rez in St. George?
Yes, I sure did.
And how was that first year?
First year was...
Let me rephrase that. How was your first year as a mom?
Yeah, as a mom, great. It's like newborn phase, not my favorite.
Yeah, it's rough.
Any phase before they're sleeping through the night, not my favorite. And they're not giving you a whole lot back. Like they're cute and adorable.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like say the cute things he says now. And it's not like you're like my best friend. It's like you're my little tiny creature, and I love you.
Take care of you,
and you cry everything. A lot.
But wait till it's your like last baby if you know you're never gonna have any more, and then you cherish.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because that's how I feel right now. I'm like, you're literally just a nugget. Like you don't do anything. Like you're a sack of potatoes, and I just take you everywhere.
That's true. You can't just take them with you.
But stay cute and just baby.
Yeah, pros and cons to both.
Pros and cons for sure.
But
motherhood came naturally, you would say?
Yeah, very naturally. And I don't get, it takes a lot for me to get stressed. Like even finding out I was pregnant, like I cried a bunch and was like, oh, this is crazy. But then I was like, okay, what should I get for lunch? Like,
yeah, you seem pretty chill.
It was just like, I don't know. Even lots of my friends, when I told them, they're like they were so stressed for me. And they're like, are you not stressed? And I'm like, I mean, I am a little bit. I'll figure it out. That's pretty much how my whole life motto is.
I wish I could be that way.
Not that serious. And so that was kind of, I was like,
incredible.
It's not that serious. I mean, it's a child, but like,
it's a human
life goes on
that I'm going to have to be responsible for, but
forever.
It's whatever.
But yeah, I would say the biggest surprise for me with motherhood was just like, I don't know if like anxiety is the right term to use because it wasn't like on a major level.
Yeah.
But just little things like making pasta and Rez is like across the room and I'm like, I hope this doesn't somehow spill on him. I'm like, I'm so stressed and so scared. It's like stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is probably very hormonal though.
Yeah. I think it was. I think
normal.
It was just like,
especially if you're not like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was like what surprised me the most was just like my stress about him somehow getting hurt because he's just so tiny and perfect. Yeah. So I think with like my friends and family, they're kind of surprised with how mama bear I am. Like even now he is a runner. If Rez sees an open road, he's like, here I come. So like if we're hanging out with friends that have kids, like I'm not like trying to be a helicopter parent. I literally have to be because he will sprint into oncoming traffic if I'm not close to him. So it's like that has surprised me the most about being a mom is just how it just like stresses me out that something it's just so stressful.
It's so scary.
But like waking up in the night, breastfeeding,
because you breastfed for a long time.
I breastfed for 21 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I literally only stopped because I wanted to get my boobs done. No other reason. Rez was like holding on for dear life, and I'm like, sorry, sweets.
That's like almost 2 years old.
Yeah,
I can't even last 2 months. Did you ever get mastitis or anything?
One time, only once. Yeah, it was pretty
wild.
And I was like wild with it, like. We would be at a restaurant. I'd be laying down. Like, I just hucked it out. Yeah. Anytime. Like,
they got to eat.
Yeah. And he loved it. And it's so convenient. And we like flew together. Yeah. Free. We would fly together a lot. So on flights, I was like, here, have a tit. Yeah. And like, just.
It's your pacifier.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Stretch out my nip a little bit.
I loved it. I just couldn't bear the sight of my boobs any longer. And so I was like, sorry, I have to get a surgery.
Literally.
My surgeon told me that he had someone come in one time who was still breastfeeding and she just lied and got a surgery and like milk explosion. And I'm like, girl. So that's why I stopped.
I had to stop for the same reason to get my reduction. And he's like, you have to be dried up for at least like 6 months.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, sorry, baby, your time has come. But he could have gone.
Well, at that age too, they're really probably only doing it for comfort. It's not like they need the food.
Yeah. And also like eventually when we started, when he started sleeping over at his dad's house, I was like, my boobs are in so much pain. Like he's gone for more than 24 hours. Like I can't. So I just kind of weaned him that way. Yeah. So weaning wasn't hard at all just because I was like, okay, you're going to dad's for the weekend. Yeah. You're never going to nurse again.
Which brings us to why daddy and you don't live together. Yeah. You got divorced.
Yes, I sure did.
So that first year of Rez's life, what was your marriage like? What was the relationship like?
I'm processing how much I'm going to divulge here. Not good. Okay. I kind of like had decided from the start of our separation, and like I'll just interject here, like I didn't have any sort of social media following at all until probably when Rez was like 5 months old.
Because there's still TikToks of you, all three of you.
Yeah. Not a ton, but we did. Yeah, probably. We separated after his first birthday. And so I post a little bit with him, but it was never like, here's our family channel.
Content. Yeah. Let's vlog.
Well, I lost my train of thought.
You decided before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So as soon as I like got to the point where I did have a little bit of a following and I knew we were going to be separating, I kind of decided from the start, like, this isn't something I'm going to share with the whole world and give details on. I think like as soon as you acknowledge it and you give people like a space to then have discourse about your relationship online. Absolutely. And I am the most open book in the world. Like any person out in public could ask me what happened. I'm like, here, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything as soon as the mics are off. But like online, it's just like not a conversation I'm interested in.
Changed to how they want it to be.
Yeah, that, and it's just like, it's an experience I lived through, and I don't want to see conversation about it all the time. And also, I think if he wasn't in Rez's life, then I'd be a lot more open to it. But because it doesn't just involve me, it's him and it's Rez, I would just rather have a good co-parenting relationship.
Absolutely.
And have Rez have a great relationship with his dad. He's the best dad. Rez is obsessed with him. They are together all the time. So it's like, I don't need the views. Yeah. I don't need the drama. Like, I can do my thing without having to talk about. Yeah. So I don't know if people are excited for some tea. I'm so sorry you're not going to get it. But no, it wasn't great and I mean, that's no way to start a marriage is, hey, we don't really want to get married to each other. And so
your first year is already hard for a lot of people. Some people have like the honeymoon phase. Yeah. I did not have the honeymoon phase. My first year was really hard. Yeah. So I can't even imagine your guys' situation on top of that.
Yeah. Our first year was just like, find out I'm pregnant, get married, move in together, graduate college, have a baby. Like, all of the big things that you do in life all happened within the span of like 6 months. And so it was just a lot for both of us. And I mean, I like give him the benefit of the doubt too. Like, going from chill college life to now I'm a father and a husband, like, it's a lot for both of us. And so that first year, it wasn't like I knew it was going to end for sure, but there was always kind of a part of me that was kind of like, this is just one phase of my life a little bit.
Gotcha.
There was never like this super strong confidence, like, this is my life, this is my family forever, this is what we're going to do. It was kind of like, we are doing what we were asked to do, and like how I can give Rez a good life and provide for like whatever, that's just what we were doing at the time. Yeah. So kind of same thing with finding out I was pregnant. Getting divorced was my decision, but
it wasn't mutual. It was you.
It wasn't mutual, But I think I'm losing my train of thought.
You're okay. This out. You're okay. No, but when you got a divorce, you were still in St. George, right?
Okay. No, so he did summer sales for a little bit because we were like, what should we do? Yeah, let's do summer sales. So we actually traveled quite a bit that summer because we went to California and then they moved us to Washington, and it was a lot. And he was gone working all day, and so it was kind of just like me alone in the house with Rez. Yeah. And like summer sales houses aren't like warm and cozy. Like, you're just there for a few months. So they're like,
it's like a hotel.
Yeah, exactly. So we went to Virginia a few times over the summer. So we like flew a lot. And then we moved back to Provo together. Gotcha. And so we were in our house probably like 3 or 4 months before we were separated.
And when you were separated, where did you go? Where did he go?
I stayed and he went to Salt Lake.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. And the separation was clear that you were going to get divorced. It wasn't like, let's separate and see if we can fall in love again. Yeah. It was like, no,
it was clear.
This is the end.
Yeah.
This is the end.
Yeah. And I kind of was emotionally removed before, like a while before it happened. Yeah. So same sort of thing with finding out I was pregnant, getting divorced. I think for a lot of people, there's like pressure about saying, oh, I'm getting divorced, or I don't know what people will think, the drama of it. And I was like, okay, another thing that I'm doing. This is on to the next. I don't know.
This is what we're doing.
It was just, I would rather, I don't know. I kind of knew it was coming, and I would have just rather done it now versus 20 years later when a lot of people do it.
And when your kids are more aware of it. Because now Rez doesn't really know he doesn't know any different.
No, and he handles it well.
Mom and dad live in separate houses, but they're still my mom and dad. They both still love me. Yes. It's just life. Where when they're 8 years old, they're like, you guys don't love me, so you're getting a divorce. And it's like, they put all that blame on them, and it's super sad, and it's really hard. It's much harder than when they're 1.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a now or never type of thing, because you hear so many people that are like, I was unhappy for 20 years. I was this for 20 years, and then I finally did it. And I'm like, I don't want to be 50.
Yeah, no.
Like, let me just do it now.
For sure.
Yeah. It was a little rocky at first, but
being a single mom, what was that like? What is it like? I mean, you're still a single mom.
It's hard. It's so hard because I like compare it sometimes to people that are not, and I'm like, well, they have their kids every day, so that's got to be harder. But then I'm also like, oh, well, they also have support like inside of their house every day too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, but I've had like a couple friends recently, or friends of friends, that are like kind of debating getting divorced and if it's like worth it and like stay together for the kids. And I always explain it like being a mom is hard enough, whether you are a single mom or you have the most perfect
Supportive
relationship.
husband,
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Being a mom on its own is hard, but it's a lot harder when you're also going through a rough relationship or you are just in a tough situation.
Yeah.
It's like having that relationship inside the home on top of motherhood is just
Equal.
worse, I
Yeah.
think. And so it's like I would rather have the difficulties of being a single mom. And granted, I can only speak for myself. I know that there are situations that that's maybe not the case, but
Right.
for me, I was like, I would rather have the difficulties of being a single mom and 24/7 for him than have these shared responsibilities in the house, but also have a relationship that's not working. That's just
yeah.
way more stress. Like, I don't think I could even be stressed about Rez or about being a mom because I was so concerned about like marriage stuff.
Yeah, I see
That was just, Rez was just easy and it was just like, whatever. So being in a house then by herself, and I was like, okay, I know that this is like divorce is where we're going. And so it's like, now that's not, it's kind of like I was here. I'm putting my hand up high. It's kind of like I was here.
Yeah.
And then eventually like getting rid of that huge stress. Like, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? Is this my life? And then just being like, no, I'm getting divorced. I'm going to have to tackle this single mom thing, but that's fine.
Yeah. I can do it.
Yeah. And so that's kind of always been my advice. Like, I feel bad because people are always like, but our kids are our kids. I'm like, your kids don't want you to be together if you don't like each other.
Yeah,
Like,
it'll be a very toxic environment.
exactly. And so I just kind of wanted to set Rez up for success where it's like, yeah, having divorced parents probably sucks. I don't know what that's like, but it's going to be a lot better than having parents that are fighting or whatever the situation is. And it's going to be like, you're going to have love in this home and you're going to have love in that home. And it's just going to be like, it's all he knows. He's young.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never was overly stressed about the idea.
Gotcha.
And a lot of that, like, I've never like said anything about this online. It sounds weird, but I think for a lot of people, at least for me and from what I've heard, the biggest concern when it comes to getting divorced is money. And it's like, I'm a mom. How am I going to do this? And so it's like, I knew way before I was even had any followers on TikTok that like the relationship probably wasn't going to work. But once I like started getting followers, I was like, if I can like make this my job, then I can get out of this relationship.
Yeah,
but like provide. I don't, and not like, oh, I have followers, I don't need you. But it was like, that was the only thing holding me back. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And it like naturally, you know, it's like the husband provides for the whatever, you know, that's what like what
I
you're
think
taught.
that's a woman's biggest fear when it comes to divorce is how am I going to be able to provide?
Yeah. Yeah. And so it was scary, but I was like, no, I can do this. Like, I can do the single mom thing and I can make a career for myself and I'll figure it out.
And you have. And you're killing
it. And it worked.
No stress.
I got lucky. But I really did. And I mean, like it takes some work to do TikTok,
does
but
take
I really
a lot
did
of
get
work.
quite
When
lucky.
do you feel like it started to like pick up?
Probably there was just like one random video.
Yeah,
that
what was the video?
It was literally just, I probably posted like 3 times ever, and I had like 10 followers. They were all like my friends, and I just watched TikToks. But I saw this trend, and it was this song, and it was like my name, my age, my favorite color, whatever, like a stupid little thing like that. And I just put pictures of me, and like it got like 400,000 views, which at the time I was like, what the, like I'd never posted before. And somehow in like the first day or two, I had like 30,000 followers, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Sweet.
Maybe I'll do this. And so then from there, I was just kind of like, all right, I'll just make it my job. Let's try. And so that was kind of when I started like actually putting effort in. But yeah, it was just one of those situations where you didn't really intend. Like, obviously I'm posting a trending video. Like, it's fun if it does well, but I had never had more than 20 views. So
when did you start making money from it?
Probably right around when I hit 100K. Like a few months later, I had someone reach out about management. I had done a couple little brand deals on my own for like a a couple $100s, and I was
Yeah.
like, sweet.
No, literally.
Yeah, and then I got I signed up like with an agency, and that was in like the fall of, what year is that? 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
And now it's full on your
That's
job.
my full time.
You're almost at 700,000 last time I looked.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
It's so fun.
That's so many people.
I like try not to think about it because it's so weird. You think about 700,000 people, and you're like, if you think about 700,000 humans, you're like, holy crap, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if you think about like that number online, you're like, everyone has 1 million, everyone has 10 million.
No,
it's like not that
disgusting.
much. But then you like go to like a big old concert, and you're like, this is 20,000 people, and this is the
Right?
biggest audience I've ever seen anywhere.
No,
Like,
it's crazy how numbers have
it's
just
psycho.
meant nothing to us
Oh yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Like sometimes people will ask, and I'm like, like
Like
650.
Like you're
Yeah, and they're like,
embarrassed.
oh okay, and I'm like, yeah.
You're like,
It's
yeah,
not that much,
that's so
which is great.
little.
I'm so happy with where it is because I
No,
have the chillest followers. I don't get
that's amazing.
harassed much at all.
That's
I just
amazing.
keep where it is, but
No,
yeah,
it is so weird. Because you see people that have like 14 million, and you're
that's
like,
not even a real number.
You're like, that has to be robots.
It's
like, there's no
insane.
way. That's crazy, but it's real people.
But it's real. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, and I guess you too, we're not that far apart.
No.
Those numbers didn't really exist
Mm-mm.
because the only really big platform that celebrities were on was like Twitter.
Yeah,
And so the number just seemed different then.
for sure.
And now it's like, no, normal everyday people that walk around can have the same amount of followers as freaking like Beyonce.
Oh yeah, it's psycho. It's insane.
The influencer culture is crazy.
It is.
It is crazy.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried, but
But like you still do it though, in a sense.
Yeah.
It's just like, what would you say your content is? Like outfits? Is
people
it
will ask me, like, I just say lifestyle because that's just
Lifestyle.
the easiest thing
Yeah.
to say. It's just different every day. Like sometimes it's my outfits, sometimes it's a recipe, sometimes it's a little vlog of the day. It's just a little bit of
just
everything.
whatever you want?
Some days it's nothing because I don't have it in me to try to come up with something.
Yeah.
And so, lifestyle. That's
Lifestyle.
the
I love
best
that.
word I can give you.
I think that's nice because when you get stuck in a niche, I
Mhm.
said this once before, when you get stuck in a niche, like I don't want to ever be known for get ready with me's or vlogs or the
Yeah.
ones that take a lot of editing.
Exactly.
Because
That's
then
my thing.
I'm stuck with people wanting that content.
Yep.
And I don't want to fucking do it.
Nope.
I don't want to edit to music. I don't want to make sure
I
every
can't.
little thing is precise. No, I don't want to be Emily Kaiser. Too much work. Too much work.
The amount of time, like editing a video that doesn't have a lot of cuts, it does not, like, it takes a while, but
Yeah.
like, oh, like hats off. So much respect.
So like the people
everyone
that
that
do
does
those
that,
videos and not
I
just
respect
one a day.
the hustle. Yeah.
It's multiple a day.
It's
Shoot me.
wild.
No, I don't want to do that.
No, I respect the hell out of that, but I can't.
Yeah, no.
The way that I do it, it's kind of like we were talking about earlier. Maybe this was before we started recording, but like, I know the formula. I know the recipe. I know
Yeah.
how videos do well, and I know what videos you need to post to do well and that will result in followers.
Yeah. For
But
you
the
personally?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I was going to say teach what's
Yeah.
what's
I mean,
my
who knows?
formula?
But like, I can only whip out that formula every now and then because
Yeah.
it takes effort, and like some people really put that effort in, and I respect it. And it's like they are hustling, and it's like you can grow an insane following, but like for me, it's like at what cost? Like I can't spend that much time like editing, and like I'm sure, I think too, being like a single mom, I
Yeah.
have this like loyalty to Res where I don't want to feel like I'm like, it's not like my husband can watch Res for a sec while
Yeah.
I do edit a video.
Right.
So I don't want to just be like sitting there all day editing with
Yeah.
him. I don't. So
Well, yeah. Like watch a show
yeah.
for 7 hours.
Yes, exactly. So I feel like a video a day, just a little quickie.
Video day. Keeps
Whatever
the
I come
bills
up-
paid.
Literally.
Yeah, that's
And so
great.
I'm like, sure, I could really hustle and do more, but I am just satisfied
Yeah.
with my work-life balance. I try not to like overly film when I'm around people. That's like a big compliment when people are like, when did you film this? Because it's like something when we were together, and I'm like, I got my sly little ways.
Yeah,
I just film it really quick
Sneaky,
and just
sneaky.
And then sometimes I'll plan a video. Like today, I was like, I get the same coffee order every day, but I never record it because like I'm close with all my baristas, and so
Yeah.
like I don't want to be weird and be like, I'm vlogging.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, I'm going to do it today. And so like I filmed going there, getting ready,
Love
walking in. And then the second I'm there, I just forget to film because I'm just talking to them and like ordering my coffee. And then I'm drinking my coffee and talking to the people there. And then I'm like, oh, shucks.
Well, next time. Tomorrow.
And so it's like, you know what? It still works. And I can still like have this be my job without having to film every single thing.
That's like the most
ideal
thing.
So I'm just going to keep doing that.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
It seems like.
I don't want it to get to a point where it's unhealthy or where like Rez is like trying to get my attention and I'm filming a video or like editing or whatever.
Yeah.
So
you've talked a little bit about your body issues on social media. Has being in the public eye, everyone's seen you on TikTok, has that affected you at all in that sense?
Not necessarily. Luckily, my audience is very cool. I'm trying to think. As far as like my weight goes, nobody really comments on it, which is quite nice because I'm nervous of that. But I also don't give people the opportunity to because I wear sweats and sweatshirts every day.
So what about your body triggers you?
I was the tubbiest little gal you've ever seen in your life growing up. Like, I was just always like chunky, and none of my siblings were. They were all like cute little sticks. Like, I remember and I didn't talk about it a lot. My family was awesome. Like, they never made me feel weird about it, never acknowledged it. Like, I found out only a couple years ago that like my older sister would like complain to my mom that I was like borrowing her clothes and she didn't want me to stretch them out. And my mom would be like, I'll buy you new clothes. Just like let her do it. And so like, or like we would do family activities and family walks and like do things like that were very like family centered. And never once did I think, oh, they're doing this for me. But come to find out, they were all doing it for me. Like, let's get MADA active. Let's do this.
Because were you not active?
I wasn't. I mean, I was like normal kid, but like I wasn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This was like elementary school. So I'd like play, but I wasn't like in sports. I did like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but I wasn't like hustling. Okay. You know? So there was one occasion though. So like nobody ever talked about it in my family. Like everyone was awesome. I was obviously very, very aware of it and like thought about it all the time. Haven't stopped thinking about it for a day since, but like there was one time where we were with our cousins. This is the only time I ever like talked about it with my mom and cried about it. We were with my cousins and we were all building a pyramid and someone told me to get on top of my cousin and she was like, I don't want Matt on top of me. And then I went home and cried to my mom about it and I wouldn't tell her. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And so
how old were you?
I was probably like 9. Yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to that though. I was the same way.
It's so hard. And it's like, you're just little and you're sweet. And like, and especially in my situation, like I was lucky enough to have a family that didn't make a big whoop out of it. But like, not everyone is that lucky. And so, people wouldn't like make fun of me at school or anything. It wasn't like some super challenging thing in that aspect. It was all just like within myself. And so that's kind of how it's always been. Like, if I see a girl with like the hottest body ever, I'm like, sweet, she has the hottest body ever. I don't get like, oh, I wish I looked like that. I wish it's just like comparing myself to myself.
Like, you're competing with your own self.
Because everyone's like, when did you lose the weight? Because if I showed you, like showing people pictures of me growing up, they're like, that's not you. Like I wore like boy trunk swimsuits and rash guards forever as swimsuits. Like,
so did you just grow out of it? Did you ever have
an
eating disorder?
That's what I said. I just got tall. And then I probably would have like, if this was like a year or two ago, I probably been like, no, I never had an eating disorder. And that's kind of the thing for me. Like, no matter like how sad or whatever, like I'm still gonna eat. Like I'm hungry.
Food is
so, like
important.
I have to. Or like people that say like if they are so depressed they can't eat. I'm like I eat more.
I'm the opposite.
And it's not like I even like binging or whatever. But when I got pregnant with Rez, I was like probably a little underweight, and it wasn't even like intentional. I've had ADHD, like raging ADHD my whole life. And when I got to high school, like when I was in high school, easy, like I could still get by. But college, I was like, oh, I really got to pay attention in here. So I started taking Adderall like a year before I got pregnant. And then I was like, oh no, I didn't eat today because you forget. So it was kind of like, you could probably say that's an eating disorder. I don't know. Because it wasn't intentionally like I'm not going to eat.
But did you ever want to get back on Adderall to have those same effects?
So it's probably. Because once I got pregnant, I stopped taking it. And I haven't really taken it since.
Right.
But it's just like, oh, it's always an option.
It's it's like a happy
I'm
side
still
effect.
prescribed. Like,
no, for sure.
I try to
like I take tirzepatide, which is a shot.
Okay, yeah.
And it literally is the same thing. It makes me feel full. So I'm not, but I'm a binger. Like I do the binge and then I would throw up.
Okay.
Like that was a thing I've struggled with like my whole life. Because I also was like the chubby girl, you know, and I never wanted to be the chubby friend.
Yeah.
Or like, what was that movie? The fat, ugly friend, the DILF, or no, not the DILF.
The Duff.
The Duff.
Yes.
I was like, oh, I'm the fucking Duff. Like I'm the Duff.
That's how I felt forever.
And so it's hard, and it lives with you forever, and it's something you have to work through for sure.
Yeah, and it's the type of thing where I'm like, it's always an option, and it's like, no matter, you're good, you're healthy, you feel good about yourself.
And not that outsiders' perspective matter, and people shouldn't comment on bodies, but like I'm looking at you and I'm like, you're the most beautiful person, and people say that all the time. Like you get comments like that all the time, like MADA, you are quite literally stunning. So I mean, I'm sure that helps a little bit.
It helps a little. I can't remember who said this. I saw it somewhere, and I was like, yes, that defines exactly how I feel. They're like, you know, people, like, if I ever bring up how I don't feel good about my body to anyone, they're like, you're beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I didn't say I wasn't pretty. Like, I don't think I'm ugly. I just don't like how I look neck down. Okay.
No, that's me.
Let's
too.
not bring my face into the equation. The drama.
True.
So, no, it's nice. And I understand
but like
people coming.
Your body also, to me, you are very slender.
Oh, well, it's the sweats, but thank you.
No. We can get naked after this, so
if
we can compare bodies.
If we could just strip down, that would be perfect.
No. Did the breast boob job? I don't know why I went from breast to boob. It helped because it helped me a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after nursing, before nursing, I was like an A, just a cute little tiniest, perkiest A.
Yeah.
Before nursing, I think I said after. After nursing, I don't know what cup it was because you couldn't fit. You had to roll it up in there.
It was skin. It was just
it's just skin.
Hanging.
It's just skin.
There
wasn't any fat in there whatsoever. And so I was like, perfect. It looks like a sock. And so
literally you put a golf ball in a sock.
I'm not kidding.
Literally.
And so as soon as I was done nursing, I was like, all right, sweet.
But you said you're getting them redone?
Yeah.
What are you going to take them out? What are you doing?
No, this is so sad, guys. Yeah, I have to get them redone. I don't have, it's not medically necessary for them to get redone. I went to my doctor. I won't name him. He was a great guy. And so and I had friends that went to him. And so I was like, sweet, he's a doctor. He knows what he's doing.
Sweet.
But I went to him with my concerns and he's like, they would only really be like for cosmetic reasons. And I'm like, that's the whole reason I got them done, sir. Actually, they have a mind of their own. When I lay down, they disappear. When I lay down flat, I'll show you after, my implants are nowhere to be found. They are somewhere to be found. They're in my armpit.
They like go to
They
the
escape.
side.
Yes.
But when you're sitting up, they're up.
When I'm sitting up, they're fine.
Okay.
But like anytime I find myself in a compromised position, like such as leaning or
like
laying
having
down,
sex,
and you're just, they're gone. Like literally like going to the beach, I wore a swimsuit and I bent over to get something and they were in my collarbones.
Yeah, that's like not
perfect.
That's not good at all, actually,
yeah,
sir.
So I have to go get it redone.
Are you gonna go to the same doctor?
No.
Thank the Lord. No.
If I could go back and tell myself anything in my whole life, like warn her of something, it's that. Have the kid, have res.
Did your other friends have issues?
No, because they didn't get lifts. Theirs were just like quick standard.
How are your scars? Can we compare scars after this?
Yeah, my scars are fine.
Because I've never seen another person's lift. Because all my friends just got implants. Really? I'm the only person who got a lift. Okay, yeah. But I didn't get implants.
Do you have like the
anchor?
Yeah,
I have an anchor.
I got the whole anchor.
My nipples were literally
that whole size.
This was my nipple.
That's awesome.
That was my areola.
Mine was not far off.
It honestly might have been bigger than this. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Yeah. That was why the saggy skin sucked. The feeling like I had giant balls hanging on my body sucked. But the areolas were the kicker for me. That's what made me feel like I looked like an animal.
Yeah.
I did not look like a human.
Isn't it so weird how they just like can do that? They can just make a round nipple on you somehow.
It's crazy. Like, I watched a surgery about it because I had to see what I was about to endure. And the way that they just cut everything around and just like rip off that skin and sew everything back up.
It's
I'm like,
so spooky dooky.
And when I told him, I was like, give me the smallest little nipple you've ever seen.
That's what I asked
make
for.
them the tiniest. I want porn star titties.
Like the tiniest.
Like teeny tiny, and he was like, I'm gonna do the best I can, but
That's
you
what
got
mine
some
said.
big honker.
Yeah, that's what mine said. He's like, if we want it to be even and like whatever, and I was like, I don't want it to be
Like, I
even.
just
Make
want
them
it to be
small.
tiny. Yeah. Well, and he told me I couldn't put implants in because I would need 2 separate surgeries.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna have another baby, so I'm not gonna do the 2 separate surgeries. Does a part of you want to wait? Do you want more kids?
I do, but I don't know
when that would ever be.
Yeah. So I'm like, I may as well. I already got the lift, so like there's already a risk of not being able to nurse. So I'm just like, I may as well just.
Yeah, I couldn't nurse. I got mine done after my second.
Okay.
And my third that just came. I tried to nurse, got the worst mastitis of my life. And my OBGYN was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like looking at the amount of masses in your tits, like he didn't say tits, obviously. He said like breasts.
Doctor term.
Breast tissue. In your breast tissue. She was like, I don't see a way for your milk to escape because like when they take off the nipple, you lose your milk ducts. And so like, she was like, there's no way all that milk can get out. And so she was like, if I were you, I would call it quits. And I said, you don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah,
like,
sweet.
Like,
that's kind of what I'm anticipating. I went into it like, he was like, you could possibly, like some people do, but I'm just going to say you won't be able to because I don't want to like disappoint you or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Just put him in there, doc. Like, like do not care.
My
Rez
mental
is fed.
health needs this.
He's great.
So speaking of tits, I guess, like, I don't know how we're segueing into this, but dating life.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen your tits lately?
Rewind. My dad is my biggest, like, when I was on the way here, I was calling him.
He's like, I'm listening.
He was listening to your podcast. He was listening to Indy's episode. Because he's like, he's the type of, like, dad where it's like, he's not interested in something until his kids are interested in it. And then once we're interested, he's, like, so
in it.
Doing his research, so excited, like, loves,
I love it.
And
what's your dad's name?
Clint.
Clint, shout out Clint.
Hi, Dad. I love you. And I know you're going to listen to this whole thing, and you're not allowed to say anything about anything. Just read it and weep. I love you so much.
Listen and weep. Okay. Anyways, your dad. Listen to Indy Blue.
Anyway, so no, dating life.
Dating life. Who
I just acknowledge that my dad is going to.
Yeah, Clint's gonna be hearing this one. Okay.
I started dating probably like 6 months after I got separated. The only people I knew kind of already. I started dating someone that I already known, just because I didn't want to be like, here I am. I'm gonna go on these apps, but like,
so there's no apps involved.
No, I've never been on an app ever.
Yeah,
I'm kind of missing out. I have FOMO sometimes when people are like doing silly Hinge stuff. I'm like, oh, never got to be a part of that, but it's okay.
Hinge.
It's just funny.
You're fine.
So yeah, I started dating someone I already knew, and then he moved, and I'm not like a long distance. I can't.
That's a lot. That's hard.
But yeah, I actually have a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend for a year and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like you said.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets are for everyone.
I know. And I've shared him like multiple times, but just
I've seen him in like videos, but you've never fully been like, this is my boyfriend.
I think too. So yeah, it's been a year and a half, and there's been like a couple very quick breaks in there because navigating dating when only like one of you has a kid is just like new territory on its own. So then to add in like over 500,000 people into the relationship, just like
everyone's perspective.
I just thought like, let's figure out us. Let's make sure we're good. Let's make sure you're good with like you and Rez are good. Let's make sure I want Rez and his, like, I just want all of my like real life, family life, my relationship, navigating all of that to like be figured out before.
Make it solid.
I know what comes when you introduce a relationship online, like, and you like the couple's content, like, I think that would like not do well. Not even, I'm not saying just in like this relationship, but like any boyfriend relationship, I don't think I would ever intentionally make content all the time with them, just because it's like, I don't want that to be our thing. I want this to be us, and then like TikTok to be my job, if that makes sense, kind of thing.
Is he on TikTok? Is he
No.
We love that.
He works in asphalt.
We love that.
Yep. Yeah. Construction.
We love
construction boy.
That.
And I really do. Like, it's hard to balance. Like, I want my followers to feel like seen and connected to me, and like they know me and all of that. But I also want my life off the phone to just feel very genuine too. And so it's like kind of nice that it's not like some social media cutie couple, but like he's on there. Anytime I post him, people are like, hard launch, and I'm like, hard launched him I've soft launched him 20 times.
We've been together for a long time.
Yeah, year and a half almost. And so he's on there, and I've heard people say it's so corny, but it's private, not secret. It's I have a boyfriend. I've tagged him in posts and everything. It's not like I'm hiding him. I just don't feel like making a
huge video about it.
Couple content all the time. And same type of thing with getting divorced. I never made a video where I was hey guys, I'm getting divorced, because then that opens the floor to questions and comments.
Yes.
But when you don't acknowledge it, for probably a year, every single day I got a comment or two where's your husband? Where's this? But because I never made a video talking about it, people didn't feel like it was a conversation I was willing to have.
Yeah.
And so I think I just know what comes when you introduce that. And so if I were to just open it up and be here's my boyfriend, this is what we're doing all the time.
Yeah. No.
Already trying to figure out just co-parenting and dating someone with a kid and getting aligned there. That stuff is just
it's a lot.
Relationships are difficult enough.
Yeah.
I just am not.
Do you guys live together?
No.
No. Is that going to happen soon, or are you guys still?
Not soon. I think eventually.
Yeah.
Especially having Rez, I think it's smart to live with someone and see how that goes before you marry them and then have them move in.
So you want to marry him?
He's gonna die at this part. We'll see. Love you, babe.
So, but
I just have done it once before.
Yeah.
And so I really want to take my time.
Gotcha.
Round 2, because I'm not trying to have round 3. And
so marriage doesn't scare you?
Marriage doesn't scare me, but I'm just very comfortable too. I'm pretty independent as far as I've been a single mom for so long. I know how to do it. I know I think a lot of people when they become a single mom, it's okay, I need help. I want
get a man.
Yeah, I need to go get a man as soon as I can. And then it's now we're a happy little family. Where again, that loyalty to Rez, I'm no, it's been you and me for so long. We got this. We can do it. And so it's more just kind of wanting to wait till Rez is a little older so I can explain it more to him.
Yeah.
He would be fine. It happens all the time. But I would just rather have him more familiar.
Does he like him?
Yeah, loves him.
That's nice.
Yeah, they get along. At first, not as much.
That's huge. If they didn't, you probably wouldn't be with him. So.
Yeah, at first, not as much. They did not get along, but Rez was just in such a mom phase. When he met him, the guy I was dating before, he had already known him for a long time since he was little. And so it wasn't new, but Zach, my boyfriend, came in when Rez was in I'm obsessed with mom.
How old was he? 9?
He was
over a year.
No, yeah, he was a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so he was even with my own mom, he was no, I want mom, I want mom. And so it was kind of hard for Zach because it was
he doesn't.
Yeah, and I'm I'm trying to, but it's not you. It's just he's.
Yeah.
But now it's he could care less what I'm doing when Zach's over. So.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, it's
that's
awesome.
Cute.
So yeah, we're getting there. I just am just taking my time.
Well, that's good. You're in no rush. You're literally 25.
Yeah, 25. That's the thing too. We live in Utah, so everyone's no, that makes perfect sense. Get married, and I'm people don't get married. In Virginia, people don't get married till they're 30.
Yeah. Are your parents from Virginia?
No, they are. I guess my mom went to high school in Virginia, but my dad's from California. My mom grew up in Tennessee.
I only ask because how old were they when they got married?
My mom was 27.
Okay.
Yeah, when she got married. So we still got all the time in the world. And it's I want Rez to have siblings, and I've already accepted the fact that they're going to have an age gap. So it's whatever, what's another year
Which
or two.
Age gaps, honestly, I was telling a girl the other day, don't care so much about an age gap because it all ends up working out.
Exactly.
Whether they're 8 years apart, 8 months apart, it all works out.
Yeah.
Me and my sister were 5 years apart.
Okay.
Literally hated her guts. Now she's my bestie.
Yes.
Exactly. It all works out. And I
Yeah.
think if we were even further apart, it wouldn't have changed. If we were even closer, it wouldn't, it doesn't matter.
I think there's maybe a phase in the early high school years where it's you're in high school and then your sibling's still in elementary school. So you're not you're a child. But now it's my 19-year-old sister, I'm almost 26. It's we hang out we're best friends. Yeah. It's not weird. Exactly. It just feels weird when they're actually still a child. But I'm not worried about it. So
I love that.
He'll get some siblings eventually. But I'm not in a rush because take your sweet time.
You're living your life, your best life. And before we end the dumpster deep dive and move on to personal trash, I have to ask about one thing that just seemed so crazy. You were on Jimmy Fallon.
That's the most random thing ever, huh?
Kate, how did that happen?
Yeah.
I know it was because you have a talent, a party trick.
Something like that.
What were the
stretch, but-
logistics? How did you get on that show?
So I was just like my normal weekly call with my manager, and we're like almost done. And then she's like, "Oh wait, random question. Do you like the Tonight Show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, Sammy. Why? Don't say something weird." And she's like, "Well, they saw your party trick on TikTok. And for those of you that haven't seen it, you can go look. I get a fruit by the foot wrapper and stick it on my nose and blow it on out. It's cool. It's cool."
Yeah.
But she's like, "They saw your party trick." And I was like, "Sammy, don't keep talking. Don't keep talking. don't. What are you gonna say?" And she's like, "They have this little segment," and it wasn't like official at this point. She's like, "They just reached out to see if you'd be interested in like coming on the show to do the segment." And I was like throwing up a little bit.
You're like,
But she was like, there's like 20 people they're considering. And so they're just trying to figure out who's even on board for those 20 people.
Right.
So then I guess they showed Jimmy like 10 people. And then Jimmy chooses the 3 people. Yeah. So
Jimmy.
okay, Jimmy. So yeah, I texted a couple friends and I was like, "Should I do it?" At first I was kind of like, "No."
What?
But then my friend Lexi, she was like, "Meta, for the plot, you have to."
You
and I was
have
like, "You're right." And it was like 2 weeks before I was supposed to go out. It was like very quick turnaround.
Did they pay? I'm assuming they paid for your flight, your stay.
They paid for my flight and my stay, but like TV rates. So it's not like
Yeah.
they were paying me like a chunk of change to go on there. But it was fine. I was like, it's okay. It's just like a little bit.
It's good for you.
Yeah,
and it's good for them.
It's silly.
Yeah.
And so I had to. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I'll do it. And so yeah, I just like had a call with like the writers. It's so interesting to like see how
It all works.
like the quote unquote backstage of the Tonight Show is just like a school hallway. It's like you picture all of these shows to be so just like Hollywood, and it's like, oh, it just looks like I'm at elementary school, like back here.
You're just waiting in your dressing room.
Yeah, but I had my cute little green room. Adam Lambert was back there just chilling. Like,
Did you get to meet him?
I didn't say anything because I was scared because he was wearing like these like 8-inch heels. And he was in all this like black and like just Adam Lambert. I'm like, oh, I watched you on American Idol. I'm scared.
I voted for you.
But literally, like, but like everyone just hanging out back there.
Yeah.
Like I go to the bathroom and like Jimmy and Adam are just like talking, and I'm like, just going to the loo. Don't mind me over here.
See you on stage.
Yeah, I'm just here for the party trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the makeup artists and stuff were like, "Are you like the Fruit by the Foot girl?" And I was like, "Oh god." They're like, "Everyone's pretty excited for that one." And I was like, "Don't say that." And it's so weird because it's like actual famous people are here.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
it makes you feel so small, probably.
yeah. And it's like, and luckily I'm already that kind of that way where I'm like, like when people are like, "Yeah, she does TikTok," I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So like being there, it was just like a confirmation of that. And I was like, oh, this is humbling. Like this is just like a weird place to be. But
also
it was great.
Insane because you have to be a certain person to even get there in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose. Yeah.
Like
it was
like you're so small compared to friggin' Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But also you're a big deal because you're going to be on Jimmy Fallon.
I was actually kind of sad because the guests on the show the day before me were Gigi Hadid and Chase Stokes, and then I got like Adam Lambert. All love.
No,
Adam,
but fuck that.
Come on.
Adam Lambert. I'm sorry. Like he's almost at the point where he should be on Dancing with the Stars. Like
yeah, exactly. And so I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's I guess less stress for me. But it was fun. Like, and it's so interesting just to see people like that in real life. Because I'm like, oh, you're just normal.
Okay, there's so many rumors about Jimmy Fallon. Did you have to like sign like an NDA?
I did not.
Okay.
No. But I think all of that was like right after. Okay. Like all of like the juice and the tea was like a couple weeks later.
Everyone is saying that he's always drunk. He's alcoholic. He like harasses his employees. It's horrible.
See, that's the thing. I didn't see a lot of him. I should ask my friend. I don't know what I can say actually, for his sake. But like my friend that was like there, kind of like helping run it. We're friends because of it. But the people that were working there were awesome. But like I didn't see a lot of Jimmy. We rehearsed. Did we rehearse? No, I didn't rehearse with Jimmy ever. I rehearsed with a stand-in.
So your first time meeting Jimmy was on stage.
Yeah, but I had watched him rehearse a song with Questlove. Like I watched them rehearse it, and it was so interesting. He wasn't like rude or anything, but it was just interesting to see him like just his normal demeanor, because you always see him on, and so he's like high energy and all that stuff, but just like they were practicing this rap and like they weren't doing a great job, and so it's kind of just funny to watch him. And he's like, well, this is gonna be great, like just like normal human.
Like,
and it was actually it was like refreshing to see that he was so normal. But literally the only time I spent with him was like I saw him briefly, like when I went to the bathroom backstage. He was like chatting with Adam. saw him like a couple times back there, but he was just doing stuff.
Yeah.
Watched him rehearse, but then I met him when I went on, and that was it. But like I've heard all the.
Yeah. Were you so nervous, or were you calm and
So
cool,
I was
collected?
pretty much super nervous, and I don't get like that. But I wasn't nervous about being on Jimmy Fallon or being on TV. I could care less. It's like, what's up,
Yeah.
everyone? I don't care.
Hi.
But that stupid trick doesn't always work.
Yeah, you're a little nervous.
And I woke up, not even a touch of air coming through my right nostril. So clogged, the most clogged nostril you've ever seen in your life. Literally, I'm backstage.
Just a big booger.
Yeah, it was awful. And like, I'd only ever.
It's a water park,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
If you're watching on YouTube, I just spilled my Stanley
Yeah,
cup
it's okay.
everywhere.
I'd be like that.
Stanley, like, fix yourself.
Fix yourself. I love you. I'm your biggest supporter.
No, really though.
Actually, I have multiple contracts with you, and I'm obsessed.
Okay.
Hang
Well,
on. And I literally love them.
Jealous because I do a Stanley check before every
Really?
single show. I like take a picture and I'm like, and I know the people who did this. I know the people who created this.
Here's our.
Wait, yours is the cute little one.
Mine's small because it's a little more easy to carry
yours is
around.
the updated,
but I have all of the above.
that doesn't spill so much.
Mhm.
Mine literally spills everywhere.
This one doesn't spill as much.
So yeah, fix that and then yeah.
No, what were we saying? We were talking about Jimmy.
We were talking about Jimmy. Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Boogers in your nose.
Boogers in my nose. Yes. Okay. The poor interns that were there. I think there was like one intern and one, I don't know, just like the low level of working on the Tonight Show.
The coffee runners.
Yeah. Literally, they were sending them to every like CVS, Walgreens, all these things, like trying to get me like that little pot you put in your nose and like dump it, like trying to unclog my nose.
Yeah.
Like that was someone's full job that day. And I'm like, I am so sorry. What an awful thing for you to have to be doing. Like, I understand this is your
Spraying some
job,
up your nose.
but let me just acknowledge that. Like, I'm so sorry that you have to be doing this. Like, I just felt so out of place. Like, I'm not.
But you got it unclogged.
Oh, no, I sure didn't. I had to do it on my left nostril. It's like doing a cartwheel backwards, like, or the opposite side. Like, I'm goofy footed. I do right hand. It felt like I was doing it out, like a cartwheel left handed, like trying to shoot that thing out of my left nostril. Awful. And like, I was just so on edge that it wasn't going to work. And it actually like turned out okay. It wasn't insane.
Jimmy's was really good.
Jimmy's was really good. Mine was like whatever, but I was like, you know what, it's done.
It did it.
And on camera, it looked kind of like more spirally than it felt.
Yeah. Was it your best one? No.
Not even a little bit.
But it did
Just look
the
at the
job.
TikTok, everyone. Don't look at Jimmy Fallon. I didn't even
It
crush
did
that.
the job. It did the job.
But
though.
like being done with that day was like the best feeling
I bet.
in my entire life.
What'd you guys do after?
I went and got crappy New York pizza, and it was the best thing ever.
I don't like New York pizza, and people think I'm
Really?
weird.
Like what? Like
The
big
thin
fat
slice, like Joe's pizza.
I really love Joe's pizza.
It's Jimmy's favorite.
Yeah.
We stayed in Brooklyn, and so it's
Okay.
right over there.
There's
we
better
went.
pizza.
I just don't like thin pizza. Like, give me freaking Papa John's.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you had Prince Street pizza in New York?
No.
You gotta go. She's a little thick. and
Okay,
it's
I like a
good.
thick. I like a thicker pizza. My husband loves that New York style with all the
Really?
grease
Yeah.
and the thin. I'm just
Mhm.
like,
No, we went after, and like it was pretty late at this point, and like not a lot was open, and it was cold. I'm all tangled up. It was cold, and so I was like, literally just the first pizza place we find. Let's just go. And I was like on top of the world. I was like, I do not care how that looks. I'm never going to watch it. I watched half of it.
I was like, you've never
And then I
watched-
was like, whoa,
We're
I
good.
can't watch this.
We're good.
So uninterested. Literally the video promo you made for this,
Yeah.
I'm like dying the first half because I'm like, I hate watching that video of myself on there.
You killed it though. You killed it on
Thanks. Everyone was so
national
nice.
television.
Everyone was so nice, and it went well. And now every once in a while, I'm like, oh, how silly.
How
that I did that.
silly.
Yeah,
But you did it.
I did it.
And that's
All's
freaking
well that
amazing.
ends well.
So now it's time for personal trash.
Okay.
Personal trash is brought to you by Dime Beauty. Dime's mission is to create luxurious skincare and beauty products that are clean, effective, and affordable. They have everything you need to give yourself glowing, clear, healthy skin. I've used Dime for 5 years, and I always get compliments on my skin. And when I tell them it's Dime, some people actually don't believe me because they think it's some high-end, extremely expensive skincare line, but it really is just Dime. Dime is one of the cleanest skincare lines out there, and they make your skincare routine so simple because they offer bundles to help you meet your skin goals. They also have some incredible perfumes that are so clean and delicious. If you came to my party and you were one of the first 50, you got a perfume sample and you can smell them for yourself to see how truly good they are. One of my new favorites from Dime is their Wonder Screen. I put it on as the first step to my makeup routine because it gives my face the prettiest hint of color and a nice little glow. And it also has sunscreen, which is amazing because nobody wants wrinkles. So try one of the amazing products at Dime today and go to dimebeautyco.com, DIMEBEAUTY.com, and use code weeklytrash20 for an exclusive 20% off your order. Are you ready to talk about what you did this week? What was going on? Any cool, exciting things? Any big stories? Any food, TV shows?
Oh, I have a crazy announcement, everyone. Do you ever watch Love Island?
Yes.
I'm kind of over it.
Really?
Those episodes, like
America? US?
No, UK.
UK?
Which is
I have
shocking.
only watched 2 episodes of UK.
See, this is the thing. I love it with my whole entire heart. And I watched season 10 first and like obsessed. But come like episode 40, I'm like, all right, let's wrap this up.
There's a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
I've never finished a season ever.
Yeah, and that's like a big thing. Like me and my boyfriend watch it together. We are not allowed to watch it without each other. Like it's a very strict rule. Like don't watch our show without each other. But this last week we were both kind of like, I'm kind of over it. Are you kind of over it? And now we're like, should we rewatch Game of Thrones? Like what
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, you gotta.
I tried.
It's the best. Oh no, try again. Try harder.
I watched the first episode and I'm like, this is sad.
Oh, it's sad. Pretty much Game of Thrones, anytime you think something awful might happen, it's going to happen.
Why would I want to watch that?
No, but it's so good.
I need light and fluffy. I'm in my like postpartum era.
No, that's true. Have you tried like Ted Lasso?
I actually didn't like Ted Lasso.
Really?
And people are obsessed.
Some people don't.
And I was just kind of like,
It's
I love The Office.
Okay, good. Okay.
I could watch The Office over. I do. Same. I go on Peacock and I watch it over and over. I've seen
Peacock.
I've seen every single episode at least 50,000 times.
Yeah,
like I'm not even exaggerating. I love New Girl, The Mindy Project, like super light,
that kind of
stuff. Yeah. I was telling Amy when she was on Hijack on Apple TV. That's intense. Heard of it. That was good. It's intense, but it's not sad. See, I don't like sad things.
Yeah.
Because I feel emotion very strongly. Okay. I'm the person where you look over at me and I have boogers running down my nose because I'm crying so much because a dog ran away.
Yep. Yeah.
Like I cry at everything. I can't do that.
And I love inflicting that on myself.
See, and I don't. I'm like, no,
I self-sabotage. I'm like, let's cry.
No. If I see a kid or an animal is in a movie, I will not watch it.
Oh, yeah. That's absolutely how I am with like crime stuff. Like I was trying to listen to a crime podcast the other day because we were like, this could be fun on a road trip.
Yeah.
And every single one, it was like 4-year-old,
nope,
8-year-old. I'm like, not interested. Can't do that.
No.
But like, I don't cry even if it's sad. Like I just cry at stupid things. Oh. Like I went to see Jim Gaffigan live and when he walked out, I bawled my eyes out. Like I'm not kidding. Like the dumbest stuff. I'm weeping.
Oh, that's funny. He's funny. He's got some stories about him too, where it's like nobody in Hollywood can just be a good person.
Oh no.
Like why y'all have to be like idiots?
You know what's interesting is we're allowed to talk about anything because it's just a podcast, right?
This is just podcast.
Like it's not like we didn't sign anything crazy.
No, we did not.
I have had multiple. So I asked some people at the show, who were the worst celebrities. I've had other friends in media, like in different things, like 4 different stories. All of them immediately J-Lo, the worst person ever.
No, I can confirm.
Yeah, really.
I can confirm.
I've heard she's the worst.
I personally haven't met her.
It's just all love.
But I have high connections to people who have worked for her.
And it's like, girl, you're Jenny from the block.
Her and Usher.
Really?
The worst.
Interesting. Yeah. That's so sad. Some people are just the worst.
And you know what? I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe they're having a bad day.
Maybe she's had 4 bad days and it was when she met the 4 people we've talked to.
Yeah. Maybe she's just so sick of being, a minority and she's just like wants to be a bitch to everybody because that's how she feels.
Power. Yeah. You know what?
I don't know.
Good for you, J-Lo. But it is interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
It is. The only celebrity I've ever met that like I could even say I even talked to was the Jonas Brothers.
Really? How was that?
I was 12 and I thought we were going to have sex. Like I was
I feel like
fully convinced.
Me at the Justin Bieber concert.
No, I had braces. I looked like shit. I'll show you the picture. It was horrible. I had extensions that were 2 different colors in my head. It was really bad. And I was convinced, like, no, Nick is going to fall in love with me.
Oh,
like, we're going to go in there. I'm going to meet him. And he's going to be
the brothers are going to have to leave.
He's going to be like, whoa.
Like so
You're the
taken
most
aback.
beautiful brace face I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Marry me. Like that was what was going through my head.
As it should.
And they were super nice, but I have to remember I was meeting them as a fan.
Yeah. A
Like,
12-year-old fan.
If
girl.
you're meeting someone in like the work world, it's gonna be so different.
So much different. So
I don't even know. I did meet
get your
G-Eazy though in like a non-fanish way.
Isn't he spooky?
He's a
or
piece of
something?
shit.
That's what I hear.
He was really nice, but like he was trying to have sex with like 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
12. I shouldn't go that far. It was more like 16, but
Yeah,
still
still
same.
not. Yeah.
So kind of gross.
That's what I hear.
But okay, so Love Island.
Love Island. I'm kind of over it, even though I
Kind of
love
over
it
it.
so much.
Okay,
I'm trying to think.
I'll share one.
Yeah, you share one. Your
I
turn.
got a trash can tattoo at my party,
Oh, perfect.
but it's pink.
Oh, wait. Is it
You
just right
literally can't see it.
there?
You literally can't see it because
You
it's
can't
pink.
see it.
I'll show you up
I
close.
have a red
after
tattoo
this.
that's disappearing, and it's kind of the same thing, but I cannot even see yours.
No, it literally looks like I have a mosquito bite.
Are you going to get it removed?
I'm gonna have her do it in black, I think.
Okay, okay.
Because
looks.
I
want to see it up close.
yeah, like people have been asking, like, I want to reveal, because I told people at my party, I threw a party a week ago.
TFTI.
And to like announce, to like celebrate season 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I would get a trash can tattoo
Okay.
for Weekly Trash, and it was gonna be pink, and I was super excited about it. So everyone's like, we need to see it, we need to see it.
We're
My
like,
camera
"Hang
won't even
on."
focus.
No
It won't
way.
even focus on it. Like it just looks
Oh.
like a blob. Like there's no, because it's my logo. It's a W and a T that turns into a trash can.
Okay.
Nobody can tell.
Oh.
So Allie, if you're listening to this, I need it black. Like we need to redo this.
Same with my red. I just need to do it over
you
again.
should do it again.
Yeah.
'Cause
The tiny ones are just.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Well, and just like with the way it's placed and my spray tan that's coming off my body.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
really
once you
helping.
tan, it's
just
over.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Like people, I was showing people at the party and they're like, I don't see it.
You're
And
like,
I'm
okay, I'm putting this away.
I'm like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the worst. I'm just like, I'm just not gonna take a photo of this.
Yeah, so that's my dilemma right now is I'm like, do I get it black or do I just put it somewhere else?
Get it
do I get
black.
it bigger? But I think I'm just going to get it black.
Keep it black and tiny, and once it's black, you'll be great.
Exactly.
I
That's
have
what I'm
to get
thinking.
it.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, that's the worst. Isn't it hard getting cosmetic things done and then having to do it again?
Tattoos are
Tattoos
something.
are ouchy.
I don't think it hurts.
Really?
Like if I got one on my ribs, that hurt.
I bet that's awful.
But like honestly,
How many do you have?
I have 4.
Okay.
One,
You've been
2,
around.
4. I have 4. But it's funny because they've all been very impulsive.
Yeah. As they should be.
I feel like there's people who are like diehard tattoo girlies who like plan them out. They're
Yeah.
like super into it. Then there's people like me who are like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm
How
like,
about
why
it?
did I do that? But I just don't care enough.
Yeah.
Which is weird because my
100%.
personality is like someone who you think wouldn't
Would.
be like that.
Yeah.
But I am. Like
Yeah.
when I got this at my party, it wasn't supposed to go here. I had 1,000% said it was going to go on my ankle.
Okay.
And
I heard
then everyone was like surrounding me and it was like super exciting. And I was like, fuck it,
just
put it.
Chuck it on
Like,
there. Yeah.
Super
I feel like that's the
impulsive.
best way to do tattoos.
I
And then
think
you might end up with
It's
some
a story.
oopsies. And
It's a
fine.
story.
What if it was just perfect? Then that's like boring.
The one on my ribs is so weird.
Really?
I don't know. It's a flower kind of. I just
Mhm.
told the guy to do whatever he wanted
Oh, perfect.
on my body
yeah.
forever.
No, that's a
18
good
years
idea.
old.
That's a good idea.
Super smart.
Goal. That is so scary.
That's a story. And my husband always jokes that he's going to get the exact same thing on his body just for fun.
That's awesome.
Which he's never had
Good
a
for
tattoo in his
you.
life. So I'm like, please do. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Good for you for being brave.
So we might go to Cathedral and just have him do it. Who knows?
do it.
I'm trying to think. What else? Oh, I told you this earlier. My daughter convinced me that it was Princess Day at school.
This is awesome.
Was like so confident about it. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, Mommy, like I need to go get one of my dress ups downstairs. Like it's Alphabet Princess Day.
Mm.
And I look at her calendar and it does say on the calendar like Alphabet Princess and King Day. But it doesn't
Oh.
say anything about dressing
Well,
up.
that's misleading.
And it just is saying like they're gonna learn about the alphabet and I guess the K is the king and the Q is the I don't know.
Yeah.
And my daughter's like, no, Miss said, or I guess I shouldn't say her teacher's name. Will you bleep that out in case some stalker tries to find my kid?
Yeah.
But they're like, she said that you have to wear your princess outfit today. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think they would tell you that.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, Mom, like I'm like, she was so confident about it. And
Well, I
was
would be
like,
too if it's on the calendar.
yeah.
Who
I
needs
was
the fine
like-
details?
I was
I'm
like,
gonna wear a dress.
okay. She's like, yeah, no, Mom, I need to go get my dress up downstairs. And I was like, I looked at my husband. I'm like, I really don't think that this is real.
Yeah.
But at this point, like, it's too late.
Yeah.
We pull
Send her
up.
off.
Only wanted to dress up. Like, only
Incredible.
person to dress up. The other little girl that gets out of the car at the same time as me looks at her mom and is like, Why did I
So
get to wear my dress up?
jealous.
We started a whole.
You're the cool mom.
No, we started a whole thing.
I'm
All
sure.
the kids were pissed.
Yeah, well,
They were like,
good for
"Why
you.
didn't I start? Why didn't I wear my dress up, Mom?" And I'm like,
I thought you were
I'm-
all gonna be dressed up.
I'm a bad mom because I don't know the schedule.
No, you're not a bad mom. You're a great mom.
But yeah,
You
she
just
wore
trusted.
she wore her
I love it.
Rapunzel dress up. Literally couldn't
love
even
it.
get in her car seat because there was so much like
So much
and
tool.
stuff.
Yeah.
We're like trying to get her in there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the whole time I'm like, this does not seem like
Mm.
something that it should be happening.
Yeah.
But it's happening. So
That's incredible. Good for her.
Bentley went to school as Rapunzel.
I love it.
So
Jealous.
that happened, and I made it on the Apple charts, the top 200
No
comedy
way.
charts again.
Look at you.
That was exciting. I
That's
haven't.
so
This
fun.
is my first time hitting it for season 2
Okay.
because I hit it last year with season 1,
Okay.
but I haven't hit it yet with season 2, which was surprising to me because I was like, I feel like I'm doing
Is that
really
like
good.
per episode type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Or-
there's a chart for episodes and there's a chart for show,
Okay. Okay.
and I'm on the chart for both.
Oh, amazing.
But it was my first time, which was weird because I was like, I know my numbers. I feel like I should be on it. It kept telling me I was number like 204.
Interesting.
And you have to be in the 200 to get on it.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, I'm 4 away. Like, when am I going to get
Yeah,
it? When am
yeah,
I going to
it's
get it? When
coming.
am I going to get it? And I
I
finally
know
did
it's
it.
here.
So I'm excited.
Congrats.
That was exciting.
That's so exciting.
Anything else about you?
Um, I'm going to New York next week because I'm launching a brand in October.
Shut up. That's huge.
And
What
this
co-
week we've been doing a lot for it. So like
Is it like clothing?
clothing and accessories. This hoodie is one of them. My bag that I wear every day is one of them, and I have a pink one too. Don't you worry.
That's exciting.
And so that's coming up. Like it's been in the works for
Is that like very hush hush? Like
medium hush hush, not like
crazy hush
not hush hush to the point that I'm talking about
Yeah,
it right
but like
now.
you can't say the name.
I'm gonna hold off.
Okay. That's exciting.
But
Are
we're
you
getting
so
there.
excited?
Yeah, it's actually crazy because I'm doing it with my best friend and we like work so well together so far.
Yeah.
It's like actually shocking. And we had the idea like 9 months ago, and she wanted to start a brand. I wanted to start a brand. Neither of us wanted to do it by ourselves because like there's just certain
It's hard.
aspects that I wasn't interested in doing,
Yeah.
and same for her. And like we wanted opposite roles, and it's perfect.
Perfect.
And yeah, it just like takes so long, samples and getting everything perfect, but we're there. We are
Well, I'm pumped.
this month or next month, October. It's pretty
October's
much October.
literally
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So yeah, we're getting there. And
Do you
next
have an
week,
official date? Or is it
October
kind of
October 19th is like what
October
we're
19th is what you're shooting for?
yeah, that's the goal. But next week we're going to New York to take photos for it and like
Are you
Doing
is
all the
like
things.
the production in New York, or are you just wanting to your
no,
photos
we just
to be
like
New York
want
style?
yeah, just for the first launch because we're doing our
Love.
bags first. And so
Love.
we want I don't know, just we're both just it's kind of just an excuse to go to New York to be honest.
No,
but
I'm
like
so jealous.
oh, we have so many ideas. It's gonna be so fun. It's
That's
gonna
the
be
best when you start
incredible.
something and all the ideas start flowing. You know that you're meant
So
to do
fun.
it. You
It's
know
so
that it's
fun.
meant to be.
When you like I literally said to Bella one day, I was like, we can't shut up about this. And it's like, yeah, it's like it's eventually like it's a business. We're gonna make money,
Yeah.
but we don't talk about that. Like
No.
we're so excited about freaking color matching colors and like finding like
The
smallest
details.
little things.
Yeah.
We talk about for hours, and I'm like, this is the most fun thing in the entire world. And so yeah, I
It's
like have
meant
an
to be.
old Pinterest board probably I made like 8 years ago, like some clothing brand. I was like, I'll make it one day, and now here we are,
Here
a
you
few weeks
are.
out.
No,
That's exciting.
Watch you come on next year as a recycled guest, and you're like freaking, I don't even know, the next
We'll see.
biggest clothing brand person
Yeah.
ever.
We'll see,
Everyone's
we'll
wearing
see.
your shit, and I'm just sitting here like, I
We're
knew
back.
her
Much
first.
to discuss.
Like literally, that's gonna
Yeah.
be so cool.
So I'm very excited about that
I'm
right
very
now.
excited for you.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming like you're gonna model for it.
We're gonna.
Or you hire
Yeah.
like
we're
is
gonna
it
do
just
a
you
little
and your
bit.
friend going to New York doing it?
Us two, and then another good friend of ours that does like photo and video
Okay,
stuff.
cool.
So she's gonna be doing like the most of it. But yeah, we're kind of gonna just try to. I mean, we'll be in it throughout the whole week, obviously, but we're gonna try to incorporate some people out there, just randoms.
That'll be
sorry about the
super cool.
crunch.
No, that's super
Any
cool.
like randoms that we can get that we just want like all different types of people. Just we're so excited. Yeah,
'Cause
and we have
when-
friends out there that we're like used
Yeah.
to, but
Because when Indy was here, she was saying how with Lonely Ghost, she really didn't want the brand to revolve around her.
yeah,
because it's like,
exactly.
I don't want my name to be the reason why a brand is successful or not
Right,
successful.
right.
And so that's always a little scary when like you are an influencer starting something
Mhm.
because obviously your name is going to help get it out there. But it's
100%.
like, do you want to name it your name?
Yeah.
Like all the things.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's It's interesting, and I think obviously, I mean, that's how I know it's like going to be able to be what it is because I have so many people that are already excited and on board for it. But the goal is eventually, like, obviously I'm going to shout out and support and post about my own brand all the time. So, like, I just don't want to be, like, the face. Like, I don't want, and neither does Bella. We don't want it to just be, like, it's us two doing this. Like, we just want to show it on everyone and kind of eventually have it be, like, I think at first, obviously, it's going to be, like, people are going to know the brand because they know me. Yeah. But eventually, like, years from now, I would like people to just, like, know the brand and then not know who I am.
They'll be like, wait, she's the one who started that? Yeah,
exactly.
No, that's the goal for sure.
So it's exciting. But I'm ready.
Okay, well, are you ready to take out Trash Topic Can?
Yeah, I'm a little scared, but let's do it.
Trash Topic Can is sponsored by Bucked Up. At Bucked Up, they are on a mission to help you reach new heights in your fitness and health goals. Their commitment to excellence and integrity drive them to deliver top-notch supplements and fitness products that are formulated with the highest quality ingredients, backed by the latest scientific research, innovative and effective for peak performance, and promoting overall wellness. And they give you the best boost to help you get through those hard workouts. I have been using Bucked Up for over 7 years, and it's my favorite pre-workout, not only because it tastes the best, but it gives me the best energy. It gives you a little tingle too. So if you don't like the tingle, maybe do half a scoop. But added bonus, it makes you very regular, if you know what I mean. And with Bucked Up, you're not just getting a product, you're joining a community that's dedicated to your success. They are here to inspire and support you on your journey to a healthier, more active lifestyle. Use code WEEKLYTRASH20 at checkout for an exclusive 20% off your purchase at buckedup.com. BUCKEDUP.com. I just filled this bad boy up with all new topics, so who knows what you're going to get.
I'm like actually scared.
This is the best part. It's like roulette. What you gonna get?
I just grabbed the first one that I touched. Do you do one too or no? Just
we both answer that one.
Oh, okay. Guys, I'm scared. Okay. Wow, you really stick these together.
Yeah, it's just a nice little sticky note.
Oh gosh, this is a deep question. You have 24 hours to live. What do you do?
Oh yeah, this one kind of made me depressed when I wrote it.
This makes me depressed too
because I just thought about my kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna. Oh God, what a crazy question for you to put in there. I have 24 hours to live.
24 hours to live. What do you do?
However, like many actual people that I like care about and love and want to, obviously Rez will be with me the entire time. But like, I don't know, my mom lives in Virginia, so hopefully she can get out there in time.
Theoretically, we can get her.
Okay. Just first of all, just like spend time with, let's get that out of the way. This is like
that's like the obvious.
Obviously you're going to see all the people you want to see, like call all the people you want, you would like care to call type thing. Aside from that, I'm going to get a little coffee, wake up, get my coffee. I'll wake up a little early since I don't have a lot of time to spare.
Yeah. Crack of dawn.
I'll wear sweats. I don't care. It's my last day. May as well be cozy. Yeah. Get coffee. What breakfast do I need? I'm like thinking this is like last meal. I'm on death row. Yeah. I'm only thinking about food.
No, that's like, literally what I thought when I was like,
I don't think like,
I'm going to go get my sushi order.
Literally. I'm going to go to Taco Bell.
I'm going to eat as much fucking food as I want because it doesn't matter.
I don't think there's like a specific no, actually there is one activity I would do. I would go swing. I love swinging.
Wait, that was
it makes me feel young.
So cute.
It makes me feel young and alive. I love swinging so much.
See, I throw up when I swing.
Really?
I get motion sickness.
Oh, I could just sit there
but
forever.
That was so precious.
So I would go swing for a little. For
oh my gosh, that's adorable.
I would probably, while I was doing everything, I would listen to every musical I've ever loved. I love musicals more than I love anything other than my child.
So are you going to go see a musical when you're in New York? What are you going to go see?
I'm going to go see Wicked. I've only seen it like 9 times, so we may as well round up. Gonna be popular. It's the best. I've already seen it twice this year, but
I hate musicals.
They're literally like.
I went to see Book of Mormon and I was freaking shoot me.
Yo, have you seen Wicked?
I have not seen Wicked, but I know the soundtrack.
No, you gotta see it. It'll change your life. It might not.
So some people long.
They're long.
And it's not like it's not like Cirque du Soleil where it's like these cool effects. It's like literally just a stage and they're just walking on it.
There are certain like musicals I can't watch. Like Phantom of the Opera, I love the music. You'll never watch something more boring in your life.
No.
So I am obsessed with certain musicals.
Okay.
But I would listen to musicals the whole time.
Musicals on the
while
swing.
I'm swinging. And all my people can be there watching me swing. They can swing with me if they want to. But genuinely, I don't think there's any like, besides food.
Yeah,
Like I would need to go to Oteo in Linden. I would need to go to Mostra and American Fort. Like the best taco you've ever had.
Okay.
I went to Mexico and I was wishing I was at Oteo because it's the best.
Okay, well, Mexico actually is the food is shit.
Yeah.
It's not actually American Mexican. It's not like tacos and quesadillas and no, it's like really gross stuff.
Because I had a shrimp taco there and like it was great. Like I'm on the beach in Mexico having a taco. It's great. But like Oteo is just, I got the most barfies.
No, yeah, that's the other thing in Mexico. I literally shit myself. So.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of food I would need to have. Would I watch a movie? Is that a waste of time?
That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Are you a big movie person though?
I like movies, but I've seen them. I like rewatch things all the time, so there's no.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, girl. I don't have one. I have top 3 I could do.
Okay, top 3.
She's the Man.
Thank the Lord that you said that. I was like, if she pulls out some artsy fartsy Sundance shit,
the man.
I'm gonna be like, we cannot be friends.
No. She's the Man. Okay, this one's not artsy fartsy, but it's a serious one. But have you ever seen Shawshank Redemption?
No.
It's the best movie ever, actually.
That's maybe sad.
No. Some moments, some parts.
What's it about?
It's a guy that gets accused of something and goes to prison for a really long time. It's his story being in there. Just watch. I'm making it.
Where would I find this? Would I have to go buy it from
You wouldn't have to buy it.
Okay, it's called
Shawshank Redemption. It's so good. I'll send you the name.
Okay.
She's the Man, Shawshank Redemption. Cheaper Brother doesn't too.
Oh my gosh. Can we just talk about how hot the older brother is? The oldest brother.
The best.
The way my younger
ever.
self just melted over him.
Best.
That movie's amazing.
That movie's incredible. And I've watched it 1,000 times.
Cheaper Brother doesn't choose when they go to the lake house, right? Yeah, by
With the
far the best one.
Murtaughs.
Oh,
Yeah.
by far the best one.
So good.
It is so good. Okay, you have great taste in movies.
Oh, thank you. So like maybe watch
Cheaper Brother.
I don't know. If I'm tired, I might hang out at the end of the day. But
well,
really
you gotta watch something while you eat all your food.
Exactly.
Just get a ton of food.
Is there anywhere else I would go?
I think that's like the perfect day, eating all the
Literally
favorite food,
hang
watching
out,
a movie.
talk to all the people that I love and care for, swing a little, maybe go on a stroll. I love an
when
evening
you said
stroll.
Swing a little for a second, I thought you meant swingers, like have a sex party,
try it out,
swing a little.
Yeah, and then I'm just such a hanger. I just love hanging out.
No, that's
that's kind of all I would want to do.
I want good vibes before the bomb hits and we all die.
Yeah, whatever's gonna happen.
Last 24 hours.
Yeah. What about you? Walk me through it.
Honestly, it would be so similar to yours, except no swinging.
You would throw up.
Either
you throw up on your last
day. Want to do either of those. I don't know why I just like got the thought to like rob a bank or just like do something crazy. Like something that is super illegal that would give me a thrill.
Exhilarating.
But then at the same time, I don't really care to rob a bank. It's just like the fact that I could.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's kind of appealing. Maybe just go buy. That's the thing. It's like that just shows that materialistic things really don't matter because I'm going to buy all this stuff, but like I die, I don't get it with me.
There's no point.
So don't care to do that.
No.
So really just eat, be with the people I love.
That's just the thing. It's like I'll just eat all day.
I'll eat. I'll be with the people I love. I guess I'll watch some movies too. Like maybe we just be together.
Let's do it together.
Let's just end our lives together. When they give the 24-hour notice, we just call each other up.
Yeah, call each other up.
Okay.
Jeez.
You got it too? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's sit down.
That's a good day.
I think it's a
good
good day
you could
too.
ask for.
I agree. Well, Mada, thanks so much for coming to Weekly Trash and letting me be your first podcast.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
so
honored.
happy.
I am so honored.
Sorry you guys didn't get the tea.
No, they got plenty. They got plenty. It's your life. Like you don't want to be sharing everything. Like we said, you're in like the sweet spot where you get to share just enough. Yeah. We call it a sippy cup of juice.
Oh, I love it.
Just give a little sippy cup of
juice.
Everyone
gets a little sip. Their little sacrament cup of juice.
A little sippy cup of juice. Yeah. Well, Mada, thanks for coming on to Weekly Trash.
Sure love you.
This was so fun. I love you. And now we're going to spend our last 24 hours together.
Like knock on wood. I'm superstitious. So there's no one to knock on.
Nothing's going to happen.
Knock on drywall.
Yeah, this isn't wood, but there's wood behind it.
Yeah, it counts.
There's for sure wood behind it.
But yeah, this was great. That was easy breezy.
Easy peasy.
I can
Almost
do a podcast.
2 hours. You could start your own. Everyone does it.
Oh, I'm good. I'll stick with the clothes.
Everyone
you do a good job.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see your clothes. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And I also want to see when this is off. I want to see the photos of you changing your body. Your wedding photos.
Yes.
And will you send it to me so I can show everybody?
Yeah. I'll try to find the befores and
because that'll be hilarious.
There's definitely some photos where I'm like, okay, girl, who are we trying to kid in that one? I'm like the craziest ways. I'm like, oh,
Like
not my best work.
Kim Kardashian
Yeah, literally.
style,
I'm like,
just-
okay, you gotta
That's a
straighten yourself
hourglass
out.
figure
Yeah.
right there.
I'll show you. I'll
Oh,
scrounge
love
them
it.
up.
Love it. Okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Merch launches on Friday, 10 a.m. Set your alarms. I love you guys. And don't forget to take out your trash.